Flight Sports TV, man. Happy y'all checking in with me again, man, for another hot topic, man. We got a nice video today, man. We're gonna be touching on Karl-Anthony Towns, man. He word on the street, he won out of Minnesota. Um, it seems like there's gonna be changes made. Things ain't working out. And we're gonna get into the many possibilities. Some you may have heard, some I'm gonna lay down on the table. We're gonna touch on it. Before we do that, hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. You feel me? Check me out. We doing a $100 subscribe giveaway. Let's get these subscribes up so I can send this money out tomorrow night. It's Flight Sports TV again. Donate to the platform. The link will be in the description box below this video, also in the comment section. Shout out to the merchandise store. Support the merchandise store, pexoticshop.com. I want to appreciate all my new subscribers, everybody tuning in with me. Um, let's get into the topic. Number one, Karl-Anthony Towns, he's one out of Minnesota, but the question is, can you blame him? You know, especially if you're trying to win. You know, things in Minnesota isn't conducive to winning. You know, especially when you got a rookie head coach. It seems like they're doing a service. Shout out to Flip Saunders, rest in peace. Um, you know, they got his son in charge. It seems like they're doing the family a solid. But sometimes doing somebody a solid, could screw you over in the long run, especially if you're going forth with the whole process. They obviously regressing, not to the point where it was his fault, the coach, but it seems like the whole front office just needs to get shuffled around over there. Changes must be made. Um, Number one, they haven't surrounded him with any true talent. Tom Thibodeau, when he was there, they ran him out the building. But the last time they was in the playoffs or making any competent moves or bringing in any stars was when Tom Thibodeau was at the helm. It's sad that he don't have another coaching job in the NBA, but we'll save that for another video. Um, the failed Jimmy Butler experiment, I think, got a lot to do with it. Because I think that set the franchise back at least easily 5 or 6 years. Just because when they traded for him, giving up Zach LaVine, as you can see what Zach is doing for the Chicago Bulls. Zach, I don't know if y'all checking the things out or keeping up with basketball. I know everybody got a busy schedule, but Zach LaVine is the truth. Okay, he holding it down in the Windy City. You know, um, they're not a playoff team, but the Bulls is a pretty good team, and Zach LaVine is the leader of that team. So show the man some respect. So I know Karl-Anthony Towns is looking like, damn. Not only did the Jimmy Butler thing not work out, and where they were questioning his basketball mentality, his heart, everything was in play with Karl-Anthony Towns. But they made the right decision. They traded him and kept Karl-Anthony Towns, let him know that it was his franchise. But not only that, but they give up, basically, like I said, lose Jimmy Butler basically for nothing, and he's looking at Zach LaVine like, damn, we could have had that. Look what Zach is doing. He's the number one option for the Bulls, and they seem like they gave up the wrong guy. Maybe they should have put Wiggins in that deal, but they gave up on Zach LaVine after he tore that ACL, thinking he wasn't gonna bounce back. But that's what happens when you throw somebody in the trash. They come back. They try to do a lot with him. But bottom line is they haven't put a championship roster in front of him, and they were semi in the playoff picture, and it seems like they're regressing. And I don't know where all the frustration is coming from. I'm actually surprised that he's. It's just out of nowhere, because he just signed the deal. Obviously the situation is crazy, but him just signing that deal, I'm surprised he's once out right now. So you're hearing that the Golden State Warriors are in play. The Warriors always trying to get their hands in the mix or something, and I'm pretty sure they're dangling that first round pick. Is obviously going to be a lottery pick and could possibly be a top 5 pick. especially depend. But the Warriors have been turning it on a little bit, so you never know where that pick can land. But bottom line, there's going to be a lot of repicking. The way the new draft is set up, who knows what could happen? They can mess around and get the number one overall pick. You know, is that real? So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a serious trade chip. I'm wondering who can they include as far as actual player. As an actual player, I don't know, but I know that they got the pick. You know, but as far as the player, I'm not sure. You know, so I'm just very concerned about the situation out there. How can Golden State navigate that trade? You know, because there's a lot of talk in play. You know, I don't see where the asset was. It D'Angelo Russell. You know, D'Lo, what the pick? I mean, come on. I believe other teams may have a little something better to ask, especially if you're not including any of the core pieces. You know, you're not gonna give up Thompson. You obviously ain't giving up Curry, so it's just a very tough situation. You know, but I hope it all works itself out for him. But the New York Knicks is also in play. Now, if I'm the New York Knicks and that's my team, I would throw the kitchen sink because I'm a firm believer at this point. The New York Knicks, we need talent. Okay, we need somebody in the building. We just need talent. Okay, we need a number one option. And we need to trade whatever the hell we need to get to. Even I'm even willing to say it's tough. I would love for them to keep this pick coming up, this draft pick. This is a big draft pick, you know. But hey, if the right trade comes along, I would move him. You know, I'm not sure. Is Karl-Anthony Towns a draw to New York? That's the question. You know, can Karl-Anthony Towns attract superstar talent, especially coming to a big city like New York? Um, You look at some other teams. Like it's teams that got the assets. Can Boston make a play for them? You know, they got Jaylen Brown. You know, I think Boston seems like more of a prime candidate. You know, I look at the Miami Heat, you know, with Tyler Hero and some of the guys in the draft picks that they could put together. They got none out there balling. I mean, when a player like Karl-Anthony Towns is on the board, you throw the kitchen sink at it. You know, who cares? You get the prize, okay? Um, then for the New York Knicks, just want to touch back with the Knicks. It would actually be like a fresh start for the Knicks because that's the player that they should have drafted. We should have got the number one pick a couple seasons, but we got the luck of the draw. We ended up getting Chris Porzingis, but it's all good. You know, we'll work itself out. You know, think the Knicks getting Karl-Anthony Towns would change, well, would almost save the franchise, you know, because I think him alone with some complementary pieces, you know, a budding star, you know, you do what you can. I say you keep RJ and get rid of everybody else. You know, you might have to give up everybody. Who know? We got the pieces to make that deal happen, you know. Um, like I said, I only look at a couple teams that could do it. It's the teams with the prime young assets and draft picks. You know, that's the only teams that I could seriously say are making a play. And Golden State has it, and you hearing all their name, just their name all over the board. That is the Warriors, the Warriors. But again, it's no telling that they're gonna have the assets. You know, because just that pick alone is not good enough. Because you got the Knicks who got a pick like that with better assets than you. Like I said, you're not gonna include who D'Lo. I mean, come on. I believe a collection of pieces may be better than D'Lo. D'Lo is not a he's a good player, but he's not a change to fortunes. You know, for you. You know, to the point where you move having the water to go get him. You know, so it's just a very tough situation. But like I said, it's Flight Sports TV. You know, you got to tune in with me. You know, let me know how y'all feel about this situation with Karl-Anthony Towns requesting a trade. You know, reports that he wants out. ESPN broke the story this morning. You know, Karl-Anthony Towns wants out. Teams are monitoring it. You know, and like I said, the Warriors, they're saying, according to the reports, that they're basically monitoring the situation. They're trying to be in key position to make a play for it. But I'd be shocked if they pulled it off. Get in the comments section. Let me know where you think Karl-Anthony Towns is going to land. Is there anything Minnesota could do? Why don't Minnesota package a couple pieces and picks or whatever they can do and go trade for D'Angelo Russell? Um, that might not be the answer, but it could be a short fix to appease Karl-Anthony Towns for the foreseeable future. So things could cool out and let's see what happens. And then eventually the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to have to make a decision on Andrew Wiggins because sooner or later something has to give because he making a whole lot of money. And Karl-Anthony Towns is producer. Wiggins, he started the season off hot, and I guess he went back to his same old tricks. So maybe that's the piece they need to think about. Trade for D'Lo. Trade Wiggins. Look for a better third option. So you start off with that 1-2 punch, D'Lo and Karl-Anthony Towns, and then possibly you could trade Wiggins and that pick. I think it was Culver, if I'm not mistaken, whoever it was. Package that second round, whatever they need to do, first round, and go get somebody. And that's that way maybe Minnesota could maybe fix the situation. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, what they can do to save the situation, or if there's any saving left. Let me know how y'all feeling. But I'm here to break the news, man. That was my analysis. Karl-Anthony Towns wants out of Minnesota. Kevin Garnett. He wasted a lot of years in Minnesota. A lot. He a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and he left he left at like he probably had like 3 more years left of his prime, almost like a LeBron deal going to the Lakers. Like, okay, you got like 2 or 3 years left. They was able to get one championship out the deal. What if KG left maybe 5 years earlier? Maybe he would have had 2 or 3. Remember, Boston, they went back to the championship and they lost to LA. So they almost had another championship. They lost a game 7 to the Lakers. So they could have had 2 chips in his run. They possibly would have went back to back, but the next year KG got hurt in the playoffs. So you think about all them opportunities, to win a chip. But that's all I wanted to let y'all know, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know how y'all feel. It's Flight Sports TV. Donate to the platform. The link will be in the description box below this video and also in the comment section. Subscribe now. Don't miss it. Don't miss nothing. We coming right back. We pushing the content heavy tonight. Check out the merchandise store, PExoticShop.com. Shout out to all the members. I appreciate the support. It's Flight Sports TV. Subscribe right now.